Pop quiz. What is a school bathroom for? Yup, you heard me right. Your options are A. It's used as a hangout for kids to skip class. B. It's used as a party spot where you can host parties and hang out with your boys. C. It's used as a fancy restaurant. Or D. It's used for using the bathroom. Which one do you think is true? Now, most of you guys probably would have said D, but if you did, you're wrong. See, it's a trick question. The answer is actually A, B, and C. Let me explain. School bathrooms. I don't care what grade you're in, you've experienced a school bathroom. Whether you're in kindergarten or you're a senior in high school, you've experienced a school bathroom at least once in your life. I am going to give you some advice. I am going to be your wise mentor, some would say. Now I'm going to go over every age group in general. So first, we have our babies, aka kindergarten through 3rd grade. This grade, you can do whatever you want. Go to the bathroom, go number 1, number 2, it doesn't really matter. By the way, I'm referring to numbers because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube's monetization and stuff, even though I'm not monetized. But yeah, you can go number 1 or number 2. It doesn't really matter. Now you're in 4th grade. You see, in 4th grade, you're going to want to stay out of the bathroom as much as possible because this is when they start to get a little crazier. So only go number 1 in this grade. Yep, you heard me right. 5th grade, you can still go number 1. You just don't want to go in general. Try to avoid it as much as you can. But if you gotta go, just go. It's nothing bad's really gonna happen. Now we're in 6th grade, and the same rules apply for 6th grade through 8th grade. Just stay clear of the bathrooms. If you have to use the bathroom, hold it. I've mastered the art of holding my, digestive system, my bladder. I don't know how to describe it. But basically, I wait until I get home from school to use the bathroom. And then high school, same rules also apply. Just avoid the bathroom. It's not a good place to be. Bad things happen. The reason why I'm making this video isn't just to teach you guys. I'm going to go into some stories in a bit. But another thing is, if you guys don't want to be caught up in the wrong crowd of people, then don't hang out in the bathroom. Because the people who hang out in the bathroom are the kids who don't take their education seriously. Those are the kids who like to skip class and use their phones when they're not supposed to, which I don't know if you can have phones in school, but most of the time you're not allowed to have phones in school, so they be on their phones when they're not supposed to. Those are the kids who be just avoiding class because, they got a test or something, they don't want to be there. And another thing, this is going to sound weird, but there's sometimes school quick time events in the school bathrooms. Now you might be like, oh, Too Cool Gamer, what does that mean? Let me explain. Let me sit up for this one. Alright, I'm locked in. You see, quick time events. If you don't play video games enough to know what a quick time event is, it's where you have a certain time to make a decision in a game. And whatever decision you make will affect the course of the game continuing on. Now, there's school quick time events. And I'm going to make some other videos later separate about different types of school quick time events. But the bathroom quick time events are some of the funniest, dangerous, craziest, just overall wild. So for example, this is a true story by the way. You walk into the bathroom and you see a group of, I don't know, maybe girls do this too. This video is mostly for guys because that's my experience. You can let me know if you're a girl in the comments down below if this is relatable. But basically you walk into the bathroom, you see a group of guys with papers out, laid up against the wall with pencils, and they're doing their homework. Yep, there's guys who be doing their homework in the bathroom because they forgot to turn it in the day before. Or do it the day before, I should say. Now, I'll admit, I did this once. It was not a good experience. I did rush my homework on the school bathroom wall, and I got a C on that assignment. But it's alright, it's alright. The quick time event in question here is, do you join them? Do you find your spot against the wall and write it on the paper and get your homework done? Or do you just skip it and just take the F? Most of the time I would just take the F, but that's my personal choice. Don't copy me. I'm not a good mentor, I guess you can say. Another QuickTime event. Let's jump to the next one. There is, now I'm not going to go too crazy. Once again, YouTube. I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. But sometimes you walk into the school bathroom and you'll see a fight going. There'll be like two guys who are friends, play fighting, smacking each other, and punching each other. Now, most of the time, the right choice in this QuickTime event is to walk away. The other somewhat right choice is if there's a whole bunch of people, you can go to the far back and just watch. But most of the time you want to leave because the teacher will walk in and catch you guys 9 out of the 10 times. It's happened before. I've seen it happen before. My friends told me about it when it happened. You don't want to be caught in a school fight, especially fighting yourself. You don't want to be fighting in a school fight. It's not good because it never ends well. The third option, which is the worst option, is to record the school fight. Because when a teacher walks in, which most likely will happen, they will see you with your phone out recording the school fight, and they will take your phone or ask you to delete the footage for them, and they will call you down to the principal's office, and you'll get in trouble. So don't be the one to record. Be the one to watch. Actually, don't be there at all. Just stay away from school fights. It's not good. And then another QuickTime event. I'm gonna go a little bit into this one because I've barely seen it happen. They'll be throwing parties in the school bathroom. There'll be kids with their phone out, full blast, blasting the newest, most hip song, whether that be Thick of It by KSI or who knows, Headshot by Ice Your Speed. They will be playing the most random full blast songs, and then there'll be kids hanging from the bathroom stall doors. There will be kids throwing trash cans over the stall. There will be kids throwing water over the stall. There'll be kids throwing bananas everywhere. You just don't want to be using the bathroom. That's the main thing. Don't use the bathroom in this scenario. You can stay there for a bit and see what's going on. Just don't be that one kid who's actually using the bathroom while they're throwing a party in the bathroom, and then you get, well, bullied, I guess is the best way to describe it. But yeah, this video had a really long intro, so I'm going to get to the point now. What we're talking about today is school stories of bathrooms. That sounds really weird, but let me elaborate. I have a few stories I'm going to tell today. I got a lot of stories I could tell, but I'm going to tell you a few stories today. And they're going to start off pretty basic and then progressively get more and more intense as we go on. I guess you can say they're all just crazy, so there's no real like progression. It's just like they're all crazy, honestly. So without further ado, let's get into the first story. I don't know why this intro was so long, but yeah, we're going to get into the video. Psych, ha, you fell for that. You really thought you were getting into the video? Yeah, right. Real quick, I'm just going to say, if you guys are not yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Please, I'm begging you, please. So far, you watched like half the video already. If you're not enjoying it yet, you don't have to subscribe. But if you are enjoying the content so far, hit the subscribe button. I'll keep posting more videos just like this one. Also, don't forget to like this video and comment something so I can know you actually watched the video. And then third, new thing, I want you guys to share the video. So that way we can get this video out to more people and our channel can grow and I can start making money from these videos and I can make really crazy videos, because once I start actually making money for these videos, I can put that money towards the channel and we can make some really cool videos. So, I'm done now. Self-promo over. Let's get into the first story. This one is a very interesting story, I should say. It was towards the end of my 6th grade year, I want to say. Yeah, it was towards the end of my 6th grade year. I went to the bathroom. It was the last day of school, and you will not believe the mess I found in that bathroom. There was like, so basically for context, they had a giant 6th grade farewell breakfast where we all got like free food and stuff. And that's pretty cool. But I would notice everyone was taking the bananas for some reason. I was like, why is everyone obsessed with bananas? Is this just like a delicious fruit that just everyone loves or what? So it turns out people were taking the bananas, going into the bathroom with them, unpeeling them, and just throwing the bananas everywhere. There was bananas peeled bananas all over the walls, smushed up. There was banana peels on the floor, like Mario Kart. I thought I was about to trip and fall on one. There was bananas shoved in the toilets, clogging the toilets, so every time you flush it, it would just overflow. And someone must have kept flushing the toilet to try to get it down, because you can see there's like a giant puddle of water under one of the toilets. So someone thought they were slick and tried to cover it up. It didn't work. There was like, so basically for context, if you want to picture this in your mind, it's a soaking wet floor, bananas in the toilet, banana peels all over the floor, bathroom stalls with bananas smeared all over it. And there was like some other foods here and there, like apples, blueberries, donuts, muffins. But those weren't really the thing. It was mostly the bananas, because you can grab as many bananas as you want. They didn't have a limit, because since it was a fruit, they didn't think anyone would do anything bad with the fruit. But they were throwing them everywhere and making a huge mess. So I'm going to try to use Sora AI to try to generate a video of what that looks like. Who knows what it's going to create, so it should be on screen right now.
Hey, hurry up! Close the door! Peel! Oh yeah! Hey, yo, wall art! Splat! Watch this. No way. Bombs away! Oh, coming up! It's flooding! Go.
Bananas locked and loaded!
Watch this! Splat! Dude, that's gross!
Not as gross as this! Toilet shot! No way, man!
Boom, he's flushing it! Uh-oh.
Yo, it's coming back up! Run!
It's flooding! Dude.
Yeah, that was Sora AI. I don't know what that looks like. I think it looked pretty good. I haven't seen it yet, but I know Sora is pretty good at generating stuff, so that's what it should look like. Shout out to Sora, by the way. This video isn't sponsored by them, but AI, ChatGPT, all of them, if you guys want to sponsor me, hit your boy up. Now, our last bathroom story was my first time ever skipping class. And yes, I used to be a rebel, okay? Let me tell you this story. This was 6th grade, last day of school. Last ever study hall. Actually, it wasn't last day of school, it was like a couple days before the last day of school. So it was like the last week. Anyway, it was the last day of school. There literally nothing else. It was the last class of the day. It was study hall. And I decided, you know what? I have a bucket list I made. I don't know if you guys ever saw the movie Middle School, The Worst Years of My Life or something like that. That movie really encouraged me and like was like my motive and like my goal, I guess you can say, for most of my middle school years. I want to be just like the main character from that movie. Don't ask me what his name was because I can't remember it off the top of my head. But yeah. And anyway, I made a list of things I want to do. And one of the things I want to do was skip class. I've never done this before. I'm not a rebel type. Like, just look at me. Oh, I'm never doing that again. I'm deleting that from the video. Delete that right now. You never saw that. Delete that. Delete that from your memory too. You never saw that. Good. Anyway, I was never the rebel type. I would always do whatever teachers say and I would just go with it. But one day I decided I was gonna camp out. So here's the plan. Go into study hall, okay? Put my bag down by the door. I would go up to the teacher. Make sure she marks me for attendance. Then I would go back, okay? Then I would go up to the teacher like 5 minutes later and say, hey, can I use the bathroom? And then she would say, okay, sign the sheet so we can know where you're at. I didn't sign the sheet. You're probably like, oh, you're so rebellious. I didn't sign the sheet. I left it blank. I didn't write my name or nothing. I just acted like I was writing and then I left. And the reason for this is because once that sheet fills up, she's going to be looking through it to see if anyone's skipping class because they didn't write a return time on the paper. But she wouldn't see my name, so she wouldn't think I was skipping. So I was chilling, right? I grabbed my bag, slid it on the back side of the wall. Then I walked out of study hall, grabbed my bag, and ran into the bathroom. And no one even saw me. I was slick with it. I had two of my other friends with me at the time. So they were also doing the same thing, but they didn't do it as slick and sneaky as me. They just like straight up walked out of the class and one of them actually just didn't show up at all. They just took the absent. I don't know why. I feel like it's smarter just to like be marked and then leave. Because study hall is such a big class. They're not checking every single name. But you do you. And then eventually I got into my spot, I put out my phone and my AirPods, and I was listening to music and just chilling, and then I heard some noise. So I look under my like stall setup I had, and I saw dress shoes? Yeah, I saw dress shoes. And I was like, okay, what kid is in 6th grade is wearing dress shoes? It wasn't a kid, it was a teacher. And and you see basically the layout was I was in a stall, right? Then to the left of me was an empty stall. Then to the left of that was one of my friends. And then to the left of that was another one of my friends. And the teacher was between us. And this boy, one of my friends, accidentally dropped his bag. And the teacher snapped over and looked and said, "What was that?" And then the boy comes out of his stall and says, "Oh, I was just using the bathroom," or something like that. I forgot what he says. And the teacher says, "Oh, okay." And then he goes to wash his hands. The teacher washes his hands. The teacher's about to leave. He walks out with the teacher. The teacher leaves ahead of him, and he just doesn't walk out. He just stays in there. And he runs back into position, and he camps out. That was the closest call we've had. Everything else, we just stayed there. Then the bell rung, and we went home. No problems. And no, I am not encouraging skipping class. Go to class. It's good for your education. Make sure you learn. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. And in closing, I just want to say one thing. If you're watching this video in the school bathroom right now, what are you doing?